Good afternoon, Country Club of Naples. It's Bill Davis, your golf course superintendent, just out cruising the golf course on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and just want to give you guys a quick update, see what's going on. So if anybody's played recently, you've noticed the 20 bazillion trillion badillion green pellets everywhere on the golf course. That's our fall application of fertilizer. And what's really cool about that fertilizer is every single one of those pieces of fertilizer, each one of the individual prills, is 100% slow release. So the manufacturer wraps that fertilizer in a very permeable plastic coating. And what that does is it gives us a very predictable release curve of the nutrients inside that prill, regardless of how much water is applied. So even if we were to get a whole bunch of rain, or we get a head stuck on or whatever, that fertilizer doesn't wash out and wash down into the soil. One of the things it does is it allows that prill to last a very long time. So we don't have to fertilize the golf course again, wholesale carpet bomb like this, for another 3 months. And we do that on purpose. Another cool thing that we're doing is touching up and finishing up a little bit of mulch along Moorings Park. Along Moorings Park, we use the shred mulch from recycled horticultural waste. It's the only place on the golf course where we do it. Everything else inside the property line gets pine straw, but outside the cart path edge along Moorings Park fence line, it's recycled horticultural waste. We save a bunch of money, and we're able to recycle all of our horticultural waste in that regard and use it effectively on the golf course, and we don't have to haul it off to the landfill. Another thing that we're doing here is you're going to notice some spot top dressing on some of the greens with some real white fine sand.
I spy the elusive sand spreader. Its job is to spread the sand as best it can to infiltrate the turf canopy and fill in all of those miscellaneous voids and provide a nice surface for the golfers to putt on. You will see this sort of species out amongst the golfers in the next few weeks, making sure that it's doing its job. Oh, look at the sand spreader doing its work.
The reason why we're doing that is because a couple weeks ago we verticut the greens, and a few of these areas kind of took a little bit of a backwards step. They thinned out a little bit on us, and so the reason for the sand is a multi-purpose application. One primary reason is the sand actually goes in and covers up any algae that's starting to form. When that soil gets exposed to the sunlight like that, the leftover moisture that's in the soil allows algae to grow, and that algae crust prevents the turf from recovering. Also, the soil or the sand application helps smooth out any voids that are left behind, so that if you do happen to have to play through that area, the ball roll will not be affected by having to roll through a little bit of a pit. So a lot going on right now. We're really trying to wrap up the big fall winter golfing season push, doing a massive weed sweep of the golf course, getting it all cleaned up. You know, everything we pretty much do all summer long promotes weed growth. All the trillions of holes we poke in the golf course, the massive verticuttings, all of the curfew injections, everything we do basically opens the soil up, and that really allows the golf course to have a lot of weed growth. So once that's all said and done, we basically go in and really start concentrating on getting all the weeds out of the golf course, spraying like crazy. So you might see a little bit of a brown weed here or there, or see some guys out picking weeds. That's all part of the plan to get ready for season, or I should say winter golfing season. We want to get all that stuff done and allow any damage to the turf to recover while the golfing weather is still real good. So the rule of 150, when the daytime temperature and the nighttime temperature add up to around 150, that's perfect golf course growing weather. So we're really starting to slam the golf course with fertilizer, get all the details done, because we want to have the best golfing season ever. Hope everybody's having a great day. Come on out, play golf. The golf course is really starting to shape up nicely. It should turn out fabulous. November 1st is right around the corner, and we're going to hit the ground running hard. Take care, everybody.